bit harassed.
Yeah, they're
by
everywhere.
Every single man that you see. If you make eye contact with someone out there, they look like a regular dude. The moment you make eye contact with them, be like, taxi.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Cousin
Connection
Podcast. Where's the energy?
It's coming. It's coming.
It's defrosting?
Okay? Yeah, it's defrosting.
Don't worry, same.
Just like our channel.
Okay, listen. We know it's been a month. I think over a month at this point.
Yeah, and we didn't really give much of an explanation.
Like, we alluded to it.
Yeah, we did.
In previous episodes, but like, listen, y'all know leading up to a big trip that's spans over multiple weeks requires a lot of mental, physical, everything preparation. And
we did plan to do another episode before we left, but
I ended up getting sick, remember?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I was like, why didn't we film? Because I ended up getting sick before my trip, before our trip, I should say.
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, guys, like, it is what it is.
It is. It is what it is.
You know what, though? I feel like this recap episode is going to fill the void that you guys have all felt.
Definitely. And it's like about topics that you guys, or something about you guys. It's about something you guys really like, okay, or are really interested in.
Okay, so listen, 2025 was the year, okay? I think I can sum it up to say we ended off the year with our hearts feeling very full.
Definitely.
And then we started off 2026, alhamdulillah, with our hearts feeling even more full.
Definitely.
I think I actually want to like take it to you first.
Why? Oh,
because I want to hear your thoughts. But before we get into, okay, so let's just address the elephant in the room.
Technically like two parts to it.
There's two parts. We're gonna address Ethiopia first, and then yes, Amir, myself, our family, my brother, and
my wife.
My wife. My wife.
I didn't know you got that.
I was gonna say it for you, but
and her mom and her sister.
Yeah.
And her aunt.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she was coming too.
Yeah.
But anyways, we all did Umrah. Alhamdulillah.
At separate times, but we did it.
Yeah, like there was like a minor overlap. We didn't get to see each other, but we will get into the Umrah part after. I think let's recap our Ethiopia trip.
Ethiopia was definitely like you mentioned, it was very family focused this time.
It was last time too. Actually,
it's always family, but like for us specifically, last time we went to like Intoto Park. Yeah, we had like the Kuriftu. We went all those places. We definitely did something like that during this trip. At least we did. Me, my dad, my sister, my wife, and her husband Yasin. But what
you said?
Her husband, Yasin.
You said my sister and my wife and her husband.
Oh, like, you know what?
Anyways.
The order doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine. You guys know who he's talking about.
Yeah. We had like a little small day trip, but nothing like the last time we were there.
Yeah.
This time we specifically went for a wedding. So that took up a lot of the focus of and a lot of our time in Addis. And honestly, like, I preferred it that way because since we were going for a wedding, there was a lot more family in town, and like it got a lot of us together. Like, it wasn't only the people from Ethiopia that were there. It was the people from Switzerland, from Sweden, right? And I think that's the only other two places. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was like majority of our mom's side.
Yeah, almost all of them.
Almost every single one of our first cousins on our mom's side, with the exception of like a couple that couldn't make it. But it was so nice.
Yeah, like we were rolling deep.
We really were.
Yeah, we had like. First off, just Ethiopia itself, just in the 3 years since we've been there, has changed a lot. Well, Addis specifically has changed a lot. And it almost looks completely different, at least to the main Bole, which is like the street that goes right down from the airport into the major city.
Yeah.
And that was definitely like a shock, and seeing all that difference. And of course, meeting all the family there and seeing, thankfully, like, or not thankfully, but because it's only been 3 years, like, it wasn't like, oh my God, you changed so much, right? Like, everybody was kind of the same in a way, which was kind of nice, right? It wasn't as much of a shock. Everybody felt a lot more relaxed because you didn't feel like you have to catch up on like 15 years of not seeing each other.
Yeah.
So it definitely felt a lot more relaxed, and we had a lot more fun. And yeah, Ethiopia was, or Addis, this part was definitely like just, it was a lot of go, but it was still fun. It was still fun seeing the family there.
Go, because we literally landed the day of like the first day of the wedding. Yeah. So we landed and then immediately got ready to go to.
Well, we missed like half of that part.
Oh, the Molud stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we did miss like the beginning part, but we still made it.
Yeah.
To the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I don't know how we... Actually, you didn't survive. I have a video of you on my phone.
Really?
Of you falling asleep. And then
did I fall asleep?
Nadim woke you up. Yeah. Did you fall asleep?
I don't remember that part.
Hold on. It'll be edited right here. So those of you watching on YouTube, enjoy this compilation of Amir falling asleep.
I might not ask for the clip. I'm just saying.
Oh, what do you mean? I will forcefully send it to you. You don't have a choice.
I don't remember that. Well, I guess, yeah. Because
do you want me to show it to you?
That's the biggest part. Is like the jet lag.
Yeah.
Oh, the jet lag coming back. We'll get into that. But that's been a whole other thing. And honestly, it's been a positive thing, but we'll get into it later.
Positive for you. It messed me up big time.
Because you're just getting into it. We've been here for a few days more. Okay, I remember that part.
Eyes are like bloodshot red too. Yeah. That's crazy. And he's just dying of laughter.
That was a big part why we missed the first half, because we were all just trying to catch up.
Yeah.
And we opted to stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
Versus Sada, you were staying with family. So I feel like you kind of had no choice. Since the family was going, you're like, I guess I gotta go too. Right?
They were pretty understanding though, because we stayed at our first cousin's house.
Yeah.
And they don't pressure or rush us as much, especially because they had 2 cars. So Mami took the guys and then Maria took the girls.
Yeah.
And so she was like, don't worry, take your time.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they're a little bit more chill about it.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised you guys made it, because guys, remember, we landed at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
in the morning. This is after
but the baggage took so long, remember?
Yeah, the whole baggage situation. The one thing they definitely do have to work on in Ethiopia is their airports.
Yeah.
Because like the security, and honestly, this is kind of in Saudi as well. Security sometimes doesn't make sense in.
Don't even get me started, okay?
Like, okay, just to give you an idea of this, how security works is like you go through one like random baggage check where it's almost like they're not even checking your stuff. You just throw it onto a conveyor belt. Your whole bag. You throw your whole bag. They don't tell you to take out anything. You just throw it on there. They possibly check it. You come out the other side, and then it's like a mad dash to get your bag because it's constantly moving.
It's such a short conveyor belt,
yeah, too. It's a very short conveyor belt to the point where if you don't get it fast enough, there's a pile of luggage just at the end that's piling up more and more before with the other people waiting in line. And then you have to get your luggage, and you walk down maybe another maybe 30, 40 feet, and there's another security check line, and this one's maybe a little bit more invasive. And then you go through that, and then let's say this is I'm talking more about the check-in process, but let's say you check in, right? You check in all your stuff. You have to go through a third set of security just to get to a seating area. And then maybe possibly you might have to go through a fourth one just to get onto the plane.
Don't you remember?
What?
When we left Ethiopia together in 2022, remember we put our checked bags through. Yeah. And then when we got upstairs to go to just the seating area before the gate, we had to go through.
Yeah. And that happened again here while we were going to Tredua. Yeah, I remember.
I'm laughing because I'm remembering a story of Nabat. You know how after you go through security, they have all the duty-free store? Yeah. So she bought a drink and a snack at the duty-free store. Yeah. And then she had to go through security again. And they made her throw out the drink. She's like, how? I bought it here. Yeah. And they're like, no liquids allowed.
No, that's a scheme right there. You know, really she probably didn't open it yet. They're like, okay, let's put this back in the store.
She barely drank from it. She was so upset.
That's messed up.
Yeah, their security system...
It needs some work. Yeah, it definitely needs some work.
It doesn't really make any sense.
But it means that you can probably get through with more stuff that you can here in Canada. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because Canada, even compared to America, they're a little bit more weird about security, because this is going a little further back. But when we were checking in you remember this, right? We were checking in to get onto the plane to go to Addis. And I think my wife, she accidentally took a few more liquids in. They were all under 100 milliliters, but...
No, they normally don't throw it out,
though. They normally don't. I think it's up to the person's discretion. Yeah. Sometimes they'll just take it and be like, yeah, even though everything here is under 100 milliliters, if it doesn't fit in this tiny Ziploc bag, then it's not able to get on. And they were like, this guy was working, I swear, for at least 10 minutes trying to like Tetris his way into getting everything. He kind of felt bad, but he was still not going to let it go through.
So why couldn't he put half of it in yours?
That's what I was saying. Like, let me just take half of it. Let me take this one. He's like, no, it's hers. Like, you can't do that.
You're traveling together. We could have even taken
I had no liquids on
me. The four of us were traveling together.
It doesn't make sense. The whole, yeah. But yeah, just get ready for that. If you're going through a skinny series, they might randomly check your bag. And if you have a little bit too many bottles, even though they're all under 100 milliliters, if you have too many of them, they're all different, you're kind of screwed there. But yeah, let's go back to Addis.
Back to Addis.
So, your experience, actually, the thing is, when we were in Ethiopia, I think I only saw you. We didn't see you that much. Even when we were in Diredo was when we saw each other the most for the whole trip.
Yeah.
Even in Harar, guys, we landed, I'm going a little bit ahead. We landed in Harar and did not see each other after that.
I know. You know what it was? Okay, so in the way that I was rationalizing like staying with family versus a hotel was I already knew, okay, let me preface this by saying I'm already an emotional person, okay?
Yeah.
I don't like goodbyes. Amir knows this. Aisha knows this. Everyone that knows me knows I don't like goodbyes. Yeah. I cry every single time.
Yeah.
And so I already knew that going into this trip, because we had originally, before we ever planned Umrah, like we originally were going to do 3 weeks in Ethiopia, which I felt like was enough time to spend with both sides of my parents' family. So my mom's side and my dad's side. And also see Amir, Aisha, Yasin, etc. Then we were like, oh, you know what? We're already going to be there. Let's do Umrah. And like, Umrah is a really good thing to do. And it would have been my brother's first time and Amir's first time and Hanan's first time. So in my mind, I was willing to sacrifice a week spending time with family to go do Umrah. And then knowing that going into the trip, I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to spend as much time with my family as I would like. And so as much as I want to be living it up in a hotel, I'm fine with just spending time with them by staying with them at their house.
Yeah.
And even then, it still didn't feel like enough because the wedding, like having a wedding obviously takes up some of your time. So unfortunately, I didn't get to spend as much time with my dad's side in Addis. And I feel bad, but inshallah, I'll be back soon, guys. Don't worry. Like
exactly, man. It's not the last time you're going to be there. The fact that we were there 3 years ago may be like a positive. Like, well, maybe you can come back in another couple years too. I'm just saying.
Oh, they were like, yeah, see you next year. I was like, yeah.
I mean, they're not my dad, okay?
Inshallah.
My dad is like, I'll see you in a couple months.
Yeah, they see him often.
Yeah.
Me, you, we'll see.
No, you know what? Let's keep positive.
I genuinely, if I can go within the next year, inshallah.
Hey, you were able to go to Umrah within 2 times within a year, technically. Yeah.
Technically speaking. Within 365 days.
Exactly.
Alhamdulillah.
Exactly.
That's a blessing in and of itself. But yeah, so Amir's right. Like we kind of saw each other in Addis. But then in Diredoa, because we were actually, no, you guys didn't even stay at Ummah's house.
Oh yeah, we didn't stay at Ummah's house in Diredoa.
But we still hung out with each other.
Yeah. Like we would go in the morning because it was like right around the corner, basically.
Exactly. And then in Harar, like we obviously drove there together.
Yeah.
But then Amir, like all of them went into their grandma's home with their first cousin. And then I was going to stay with them, but then my dad's sister was like, nah, girl, we picking you up this time. Because the last time you were here, we saw you for 45 minutes. And I said, okay, no problem.
Yeah, literally, like, she pulled up to our grandma's, like, our house, the front door. And she's like, okay, you're coming with me.
I know.
It's right around the corner anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never saw them again.
No, we didn't end up staying there.
Oh, you didn't end up staying there?
No, so, like, my grandfather's house is really close to his grandmother's house. And that's where I thought we were going to stay. Yeah. But we ended up staying at her house.
Oh, okay.
Which is, like, in Harar, but like a different, I forgot what the area is.
Is it outside of or inside of Jogol?
No, outside of Jogol.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 10-minute Bajaj ride, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess so.
But for them, that's considered far.
But we said bye to the family in Addis. And even me, I didn't get to say bye to everyone as I wanted to, just due to how like everything worked out. But we found ourselves in Diredoa. And that was honestly like the biggest reason a lot of us really want to go because that's where our ummah is, right?
Our cute little ummah.
Yeah, so we got to see our ummah there and, you know, say hi again and, you know, she's still, of course, the memory isn't the best, but every once in a while, there'll be that glimmer. Well, she'll be like, "Oh, you're Zubaita's son, right?" I'm like, "Yes, I am."
Actually, she remembered your dad randomly.
Yeah,
and
well,
we were all so shook. We're like, "How do you remember him but not us, your own grandchildren?"
He sees her all the time. That's why,
true.
right? Yeah.
That's
So
true.
the more like she sees you, then she'll kind of understand who you are, put it together, right? But yeah, that was honestly the highlight of the whole trip. Just seeing our Ummah and getting to spend time with her, and also, I guess, getting all the family together. We had this one night where every family member was in the house, at least from our mom's side, for the most part.
Majority of the siblings.
At least the siblings. Sorry, the siblings were there. And we took like a picture where like Ummah was in there, and then we put all the siblings in line, like
their order,
in order of age. So that was cute seeing that. And then of course all of us stood behind them, all their kids basically.
Yeah.
We got to hang out, of course, with the legendary Umar who showed us around.
Yeah, and he really did. He pulled his big one. He said, "Let me make sure you all have fun."
Yeah. And, you know, shout out also to Usman and Abu Bakr. They were out there, and Ayman and all them. Ayman's dad took us out for lunch. We had a nice lunch at a hotel. Everything, even in, I know that I mentioned that everything was updated in Addis, but they've been doing a lot of work in Dredwa and even Harar. Harar's like
that wowed
made
me.
A huge change.
Yep.
Like, especially inside, or specifically inside of Jagol, like they've been doing this whole like revitalization project. And for those who are Harari, like have probably seen this on someone's timeline, or you've seen it yourself when you've been there. But they've like repainted all the walls. They put up like more decorations on the walls,
like
murals. Those
My grandma's on one of the murals.
Oh, is she really?
Oh, you didn't. I keep forgetting.
It.
We did like a walking tour one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me show you the photo real quick.
That's the one thing I definitely.
You didn't get to do one?
Missed out on was getting to do more of a walking tour. We were supposed to do that the day that we ended up leaving.
Oh.
But we got hung up with some other things.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to see all of that. But for what we did get to see,
yeah,
like it's made a huge difference.
That's my grandma, my dad's mom.
I think I seen that picture.
Did you?
Yeah. Is it near the Harar sign? No. Where was it?
This was
I can't
near...
remember. Not the I Love Harar sign, was it?
No, this was like, what was this near? There was like a random like Gorange where the kids were reading for us. It was so cute. Too. This was near like here, near the, you know, the Amir, like it was like the old Emirs of the Amir of Harar, like their house.
The museum basically.
Yeah, it was like kind of near that.
Because it looks familiar. So I might have passed by it and saw it, but didn't realize that it was your own Ummah.
Yeah, so we saw it and we were like, oh my God, that's so cool. Let's take a photo. And then Yassine said that he looks like Tupac.
What?
And I was like...
He's talking about Amir Abdullahi, the last king.
Said, sir. So then he took this photo, but I took it on 0.5.
Oh,
so
that's amazing. It looks so He's got clown shoes on.
He's going to be like, delete this right now.
Oh my God.
But yeah, we like did a whole like walking tour.
Oh, I wish I could be there for that.
And collected all of the
Was that the day we left?
This was January 5th. Where were you?
Oh yeah, that was the day we left.
Oh yeah, it was. Like, it was the day you left because Aisha and Yassine joined us after because they were waiting for Umar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
Oh, okay. So that was definitely a huge thing. Like seeing that was a huge shock. Of course, I seen pictures of it, but seeing it in person is different, right?
Right.
It was really nice, but of course, like there's a lot of controversy. I know I have to mention it. There's a lot of controversy in like how a lot of these things are implemented. Not specifically in the Harar Jagol.
You mean in Addis? Like how they're...
But how in Addis and like outside of that, how a lot of these things are enforced.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people don't have a choice.
They get displaced.
Out there. Yeah, they get displaced, especially with a lot of the... There's a lot of high rises that are going up in Addis. And of course, where did the people go that used to live there, right? You didn't really have a choice. It's like, you got to move out of here, right? Yeah. So that was disheartening to hear. Yeah. But inshallah, for the future generations, I guess that's the payoff.
And you know what, though? I also feel like in more recent news, like I Show Speed recently
he did
like
go
a
to
live
Ethiopia.
stream.
Yeah.
And I feel like he really promoted tourism to Ethiopia.
Definitely.
it's going to be even busier than it already is now. Like normally speaking, December, January is like diaspora season in Africa as a whole. So all of the African countries, usually people will go back during that time.
Prices were so damn high.
I know, right? Now we know. But it was so like, it was so much fun. It was, because like, it wasn't just us seeing family, but it was like seeing friends. Like we got to see some of our friends from Australia. Like it was just like a nice time to be there that like low key. Should we do this every year?
It is diaspora season for a reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was definitely a positive. Just seeing all the changes, you know, no matter how controversial they are done.
Wait, but like, what was your experience going back now as a married man and having to now visit like your wife's family too? Because it's already pressure to visit like mom and dad's side within that same short amount of time, but now you're adding a whole other family.
Yeah, that definitely took up a lot of time as well. It was nice seeing the other family as well. Some of them I had already seen because a couple of them actually flew out for the wedding. But yeah, it was nice seeing more family. You see a different side of this as well because they're living in different areas.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel it, like if it was a case that I hadn't been to Ethiopia in like 12, 15 years, whatever, then I might have felt more disheartened that I couldn't spend more time with like my direct or the family that I knew. But because I had been there a few years earlier, like I felt like, you know, I could sacrifice a little more time, or it's not really sacrificing. I could use this time to also see family that I had just made technically. So that was nice as well. And also they invited you guys out for
I was invited to everybody's in-laws, Sabri's in-laws, Amir's in-laws.
Yeah, so
they're my in-laws too.
Shout out to Khasaurit.
Yeah, she really showed so much love and so kind, generous, like mashallah.
Definitely. So she had a really nice dinner lunch at her house. So that was really nice as well. But you know, I tried to balance it as best as I could. I'm not gonna live out here with regrets. I'm like, you know, I got to see at least everyone, say hi to everyone, and that's for me, that's enough. Just to be able to see everyone, say hi to them, see how they're doing. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, you know what? There was I think this was this our last our second last day in Harar. So originally we were only gonna do 2 days. And then we decided to add a third one. But on our second, was it the second day or the last day? But anyways, one thing that I've always wanted to do every time that I've gone back home, but I never really did, was go and visit the graves of my deceased family members. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, I've never done that. I've never actually been to a cemetery, like inside one before.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever, like, I've been to a cemetery in Harar.
You have?
Yeah, like where they have like the
like the shrines.
Like those things
for the awliya?
Next to Al Badir and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, but like have you gone to like the cemetery?
No, I don't think I've ever been.
Yeah, same. So I was like, you know, like it'd be cool to see like my dad's dad and my uncle that passed away and my aunt that like my dad's siblings and his parents. So then we asked my dad's first cousin because apparently he's the only one that knows where everyone's grave is, and he's like, fine, I'll take you guys. And we brought along like one of my first cousin's son, so my nephew technically. And it was exactly where we were the night before. So it's really close to where you feed the hyenas.
Oh yeah, I forgot we also hyenas.
But you know where that area is? Yeah. And if you look up, there's that like big hill and there's a bunch of graves. It's right there.
We did drive past that, and there's like a tree, right? With one of I don't know if it's a shrine, but like it's not a shrine, but like it's something is there. There's a grave there.
Yeah. Yeah. That big like hill with all the So it's right there.
Oh, okay.
And when we went there, like a lot of the tombstones that they have are written in Arabic or Giz. Giz. So he like just knows them based on certain markers. So he's like, you see this tree and you see that thing, like it's in. I'm like, how do you remember? But then when we would read it, we would see their names, and it was like, oh, this is really cool. And it was just like a very humbling experience to go through because we went right after Fajr. Yeah. So mind you, I was not expecting Harar to be that cold.
It was at nighttime. It was at nighttime. It was
yeah, like very, very cold. And so in the morning, same thing. But yeah, when we did that and got to visit, the only downside was, again, I wasn't expecting it to be cold. So you think I packed sneakers or sweaters? Absolutely not.
Same.
I packed sandals and flats. but flats that weren't closed. They were like mesh flats.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that there was no paved walkway in the graveyard.
Okay, that's on you.
No,
that's
but like,
on you.
I've never been to a graveyard.
First off, even the graveyards like here don't have paved paths or whatever. It's all just grass. Yeah.
So I didn't know.
Like they have paved roads to get onto it and you drive on those roads, but to get to the graves, like you just got to walk on grass.
So thankfully I at least had socks.
Yeah.
I wore the socks and my first cousin let me borrow her cardigan because it was so cold. And imagine, I don't know what they're called, but those little like spiky things that in the summertime, whenever we'd go to like a 90s house.
Yeah, I know. And they get like stuck to your shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was like infested. Okay. It was everywhere. Yeah. There were like rocks in my flats. Like it was just not a fun time having to like basically climb through this hill. So after we finished and visited all the graves, at this point, the sun is like starting to beam. I'm like, all right, can we go home now? Like, I'm tired. There was no exit.
What do you mean there's no exit?
Because my uncle was like, oh, yeah, there's a gate. Let's go over there. The gate was locked.
What was it open when you guys first came in?
No, we went the other way, but it was way too far of a walk to go back. So we had to jump over a wall. It wasn't even a fence. It was a literal cement wall. Yeah. And I looked at him and I said, listen, I know there's a first for everything, but I'm not wearing comfortable shoes. If I land and
I ain't built for this right now.
I really am not. Like I'm gonna twist my ankle. Yeah. And then when I looked, it was like it wasn't even like a flat surface.
Like the wall wasn't flat on top?
No, the landing part.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It wasn't even just jumping over the wall. I wasn't even tall enough to friggin' fit over the wall. Yeah. So then I'm like, how am I supposed to climb? So I climbed on a rock to climb over. Yeah. And I'm now sitting on it. And Sabri's there. He's like, don't worry, I'll catch you. And I was like, no, you won't. He's like, yes, I will. It's fine. Don't worry. And the whole time.
Your feet don't have like proper soles, right?
No, it was like flat. Yeah. So I'm like, khalas, I know something's going to break. Like I can already hear my like legs snapping.
Both ankles.
So I'm just like trembling on the side of the wall. And I was like, all right, bismillah, and just threw myself. I just threw myself and he caught me, thankfully. But I survived jumping a wall, guys.
Hey, your first escape.
It actually felt like that. Yeah. And then one thing that we did was for like a lot of my dad's first cousins or like really close friends that he grew up with, like family in Harar specifically. There was just one morning where we woke up really early and then, really early. It was noon. Let me correct
for myself. You guys, that's early. Okay.
It was early only because we woke up early, but by the time we ate breakfast and got ready.
That is one thing I've noticed about people in Harar. Like it's a lot more slower. Like people are more chill and just like, we'll get to it. That's like the day that we left, or we were supposed to do more, but we ended up leaving. I was on like let's go time, but everyone else was like, oh, just chill. We went to someone's house. They're like, we ate some breakfast, we'll stay here. It's like we're talking. It's like, okay, it's been an hour now, guys. I thought we were gonna be here for 10 minutes.
But what we basically did was to try and squeeze in as many family members as possible. Yeah, it was a tactic. Okay, so it was my nephew again. Shout out to him, and another cousin of mine, her friend that is like very familiar with the Jogol area. Yeah. So we were like, okay, look, we allotted ourselves, I think like an hour and a half to do multiple houses. And so I was like, we're going to go in, we're going to have rehearsed responses. Obviously, like they're all genuine interactions. Don't get me wrong. Sure. But we're not sitting there for lunch. We ain't sitting for lunch. We ain't sitting for breakfast. Okay.
That is the hardest thing to do.
It is, but I've mastered it. And so we basically would go in. Obviously, they didn't know we were in town, so it was more of a surprise. We're like, hey, nice to see you. And then they're like, oh my God. Then they're frantic and they're like, let's go buy you this. So one of the first houses, this is my dad's first cousin. She's so sweet. As soon as we got there, I didn't even see her send her husband to go buy us.
That's what happened to us.
Like he came home with like a bunch of cookies and pop and like
for
Fanta.
Us, they came with like breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
So he shows
with, like,
up
and stuff.
He shows up with like the cookies and like opens up all the bottles and we're like, oh man. So I was like, I don't even drink soda, but like, all right, let me chug this Fanta real quick. Yeah. And it was so good.
You can never deny Fanta, man.
I know.
I drank so many before I left.
I drank a lot of Mirinda apples.
Oh, I didn't get to taste it. But honestly, for me, burnt apples, like I don't get the hype that y'all
What?
like. I like it's it's whatever.
What?
I'm still a Fanta orange dude, bro.
Get out of
I can't.
here. You know, one thing that I regret not drinking
What?
was the Coke. Like Ethiopian Coke is always really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we were just there chugging these bottles, and I'm like, all right, we gotta go. I feel sick.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, stay for lunch. And I was like, no, because we have to go to a bunch of other houses. And so every time we would leave, my nephew would just look at me and he was like, wow, you've really mastered the art of small talk. Like, I'm kind of impressed. You sound like a local now.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks. That's a huge compliment.
I need to work on that, definitely.
And it would have been smoother had Sabri not been there. But Sabri hasn't been to Ethiopia in 13 years.
Yeah.
So he was you the last time you guys went.
Oh, like for his Harari? Wait, he was me. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like in his conversation.
Oh, no. I mean like
you mean like him and that he hadn't seen them for so long that he had to make up for more.
So he like it was a lot of like pulling up pictures of the kids and Amal and like.
Oh yeah, because a lot has changed in his life since he was last there. Okay.
Yeah, he was still single Sabri back then.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh my God, you're a father now. You look just like your dad. Like, so it was a lot of that. And then once we got all of the family members out of the way, I actually felt a lot better because I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, at least we went out of our way to go to their houses and see them. And it wasn't just like a phone call. Yeah. Obviously, if we couldn't see them, we couldn't see them.
Yeah.
But, you know.
You know, you're much better than that. For me, first I'm like, who is my family?
No, you know all of your... No, you know
exactly.
them.
Like, I know my family at this one, but then you have some extended family that you're like, oh, I haven't seen them. Like, apparently I had extended family in Saudi that I didn't know about.
You do?
On
our mom's
side? Did you go and see them? No, I think from my dad's side.
Who?
I have no idea. I never forgot to reach
you
out.
Didn't see them?
I only found out after I left.
Well, that's okay. Next time, inshallah.
Exactly. Inshallah. Because especially apparently it's like family to the point where they stayed with them last time they were there. I was like,
Amir. Okay, well, you know what? That's on
okay.
your parents.
They won't say that. Yeah, it's on them. Exactly. They never told me. They never told me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but just to close off Ethiopia in itself, what are your like top 3 highlights?
Nia's wedding for one. And like just being with all of our first cousins. Yeah. Which we found out we have 29 first cousins on our mom's side.
Oh yeah. And
Side
I think
note.
we did like my dad's side too, and all together I think we have like 60 or 59. Yeah.
There's more of you on your dad's side? There's a lot of us on our dad's
side, yeah.
I haven't done my dad's side yet.
There's a lot.
I don't know how many I have on my dad's side.
Because we're also counting my dad has like half brothers as well.
Yeah.
So that adds a lot more.
True. Good point. Yeah, so definitely the wedding stuff. Harar was obviously a huge highlight too, like just that whole couple days. And then of course like being with our ummah, like I'm gonna get emotional thinking about her because she was just so like the way I was sobbing and she was just like, why are you sad? And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna see you again.
Yeah.
And she's just so like cute and funny and just
rambunctious.
Yeah, like she's always laughing and always making dua and just very like while she's eating, she'll be like, oh, why don't you eat? Like, you eat too.
Drinking her Fanta.
Loves Fanta. Loves a sweet treat. Like,
loves sweet treats.
The way she be eating up the chocolates. And I got her gummy multivitamins, and she thinks they're candy now.
Really?
So I told
That's
her mom,
good.
I was like, just 2 a day, okay?
Yeah.
No more than that. So she gave her 2, and she got upset because she's like, give me more. And she's like, oh, no, it's just 2.
She'll have extra vitamins. Exactly.
I mean,
yeah, you just pee it out. It's all
like,
good.
what's the harm of having more than 2?
Exactly.
No. Like, actually, is there a harm?
They say you get just pee it out. If you have like excess vitamins, you just pee it out.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever.
She'll be fine.
Yeah,
she'll live.
Yeah,
inshallah.
So
but yeah,
those are your 3 highlights with those.
Yeah. How about you?
Or mine. Okay. Honorable mentions are Winchy. Went to Winchy. Family trip. That's the one that you guys unfortunately didn't make it for, but we left at like 7 a.m. in the morning. 4-hour drive.
Damn.
But like the views were breathtaking. The place there's a place that we walked through, like a valley, and it basically it reminded us of like Jurassic Park.
Really?
And like the terrain, the mountains, we were walking between them, the rivers going through. We rode on horses. We went on like a suspension bridge.
That's
like
so
overall,
cool.
that was amazing. And also, inside there, they actually have these like natural water springs that actually give out carbonated water.
Yes, this man was telling me about that.
It was crazy. Like when the guy told us, "Oh, like you can drink this." First off, we were all like, kind of like, "Are you sure? We can barely drink the tap water here,
right?
Like this is straight from the ground, right?" But he's like, "No, try it." So we tried it, and it tastes just like sparkling water.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and like as a person who's not a fan of sparkling water, it was still good. So that was a highlight. That's like a honorable mention. But of course, I feel like I'm cheating here, but also saying like Umrah.
That's not cheating.
It's okay. Well, Umrah was definitely like one of the highlights. Harar would definitely be a highlight if I got to see more of it.
Yeah. And
got to experience more of it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to.
Yeah.
But another highlight that we didn't even mention here yet was we went to a place called Addis 2000.
Oh no, it's Hulatshi Habasha.
It said Addis 2000 on the sign.
No, it's 2000 Habasha. That's what it's called.
Oh no, but the sign behind them said Addis 2000.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. So
oh my god, yeah, I totally forgot about that.
That's the English version of the name.
Okay, yeah.
But I get Hulatshi Habasha is also the other name, the Amharic
oh my god, I
name.
totally forgot we did. That was so much fun.
We're basically like, first off, because we rolled deep, right? We were like a good 30 to 40 of us maybe. Yeah, and we just took up the whole front of this restaurant.
We really did.
And like the gimmick with this place is that they have traditional dances throughout the night. So we got there around 7:00, and just throughout the night they're all doing like Gurage, Amhara, Oromo, all these different dances. And like between each one they're getting volunteers to come up, right? So like you have one with my dad. I don't know if I'm gonna show these ones, but like,
yeah, maybe not.
But like they pull you up, they get you on stage, they get you to do some of the traditional dances. So that was really fun. That was definitely a huge highlight. Like we were all, because like we kind of took over the whole thing, and the dancers, we were all in the front, so they were just focusing on us the whole time. So it felt like a very like personal experience. Yeah, I felt bad. Like, of course, actually before we even got there, the restaurant was pretty empty, right? Because they don't really start until like 7:30, and we got there right when they started. So we were able to kind of get right front row seats. So that was a huge highlight. Just getting the whole family and just being able to have fun with the family. And that
was so much fun.
And the food was amazing.
Oh my god, I missed
the food was like really, really good because it was communal style, right? You're eating with hand. I'm getting gursha, all these things. It was really good.
I actually missed that.
Yeah.
Oh,
what?
Did you get to try raw meat?
I took the one that was like slightly cooked, but not raw meat. I did the kitfo that like they like slightly like just like burn a little bit, but don't actually cook.
I tried that, but then when we were in Harar, your dad took us to this one place. I think it was near, was it Faras? No. Magala Guddo, somewhere. You know where they feed the falcons? Yeah. Oh my god, I fed a falcon.
Really? Oh yeah, I saw the video. Yeah.
But like that day, went to a restaurant. Yeah. And they actually brought the tips, and it was like pink. And I looked at your dad. I was like, "Are you trying to kill us? Like, you actually want us to die here?" Yeah. And he was like, "All right, fine." He goes to the guy and he's like, "Listen, these are diaspora. Their stomachs are weak. Just like la busha. Yeah, sear it. Yeah, rare. Like very rare. Yeah. So he did that. Yeah. And then he brought it back for us. And your dad was like, "Guys, look." And I'm like, "Listen. You eat anything, okay? You can't compare." He already ate kitfo, so like it's not really saying much. But then he's like, "I promise you will not regret this." So I tried it with the sauce that they had. Yeah. Oh my god, it was so good. Really? It was so good. Was it tender or was it still chewy? Because I feel like raw meat is chewy. It wasn't chewy. Really? Yeah, it felt like sashimi. You know how it like melts in your mouth type of thing? Yeah. And it was I was like, wow, I'm kind of shocked.
You know what? Honestly, I kind of get like whenever our parents come here or whenever someone from Ethiopia or any immigrant comes here and looks at sushi the same way. You know how like sushi, because sushi is essentially the same thing, right? Yeah. Like what is the difference in their eyes is meat is meat. Yeah. So you have raw fish and you have raw meat. So they're going to kind of look at it the same. So I was like, you know what? Maybe next time I'll just try. Because if I'm cool with sushi, why can't I be cool with
the sauce that they had with it where you like dip it in? That makes it like it actually is really good.
Okay, I'll try it. Well, we're known for our sauces, man. Was it berbere?
It was
like a mix of berbere and something else.
Yeah, I think it was like, what did he call it? It was like a dark orangey brownish color.
Orange.
Orangey brown.
Okay, probably something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something. It was like spicy but tangy and like.
Okay, so that's an honorable mention for you then.
Yeah, trying raw meat. Now I actually am living up to the Ethiopian stereotype.
Nah, I gotta do that next time. Next time, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
So what was that too? That was Umrah, Addis 2000, and what's the third one?
Yeah, what is the third one?
My honorable mention was Winchi. That was honorable mention. The third one for me, honestly, I would just say is like the family. I don't know if I can even like. It was maybe that night that we all just hung out together and drove around Diredoa.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then we went to the ice cream place and got featured on that random guy.
Yeah, exactly.
TikTok.
So that was also really fun, just being in a.
Oh my god! I have an honourable mention. I'm sorry to cut you off. Me and Gizman did a viral like TikTok prank thing.
I saw that video. That was all acting. Please tell me that was all acting.
Yeah,
of course it was. Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay, so I totally forgot him. Oh my god, there's like okay, hold on. I'm so sorry to cut you off. What was the setup
behind that?
Okay, I have to explain.
Yeah.
So my nephew was his friend. They worked together, okay? And he had told us like that day was the day we did the tour around Jogol. And we were going to meet up at this cafe called Friends Corner Cafe, which they totally ripped off the Friends logo from the show Friends.
Really? That's typical in Ethiopia. They got KKFC out there. Okay.
So then he's like, oh, my friend is going to come too. And I was like, cool, no problem.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, he's actually like really big on TikTok. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, sure, let's see his page.
Well, why are you calling on him, man?
No. I know. I was just like, oh, okay, like, cool. Yeah. Like, big. What does he do?
Yeah.
So I'm going to just search. What was his name?
Why did I think it was originally on the Cool Huddery page or something?
Was it?
No, I thought it was, but I never checked the page because I never saw it myself. Hanan showed it to me.
Oh, the prank?
The video, yeah, the prank.
Oh, what was it? What was his name called?
You don't even know where your own video is online?
No, because I think he uploaded it on Instagram, not on TikTok. Okay, so I'll find him on Instagram. But on TikTok, he's huge. He has like a couple 100,000, like 300,000 followers. So I was like, oh wow, like he's pretty big.
Yeah.
Not him pinning our video. That's so funny.
Of course, especially because like probably got a lot of views, right?
So the friend comes and then I think he knew who Gizman was at this point. He knew who she was and he was like, oh yeah, like I was like, oh, I heard you're on TikTok. So we were like looking through his page and he does a lot of these types of pranks. Yeah. I just can't for the life of me. Oh, you know what? Here it is. He actually linked it in his bio.
Where was this film? This was filmed in the Friends Corner?
In Friends Corner Cafe. Here it is. So he's like pretty big.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And his videos get like, you know, they're up there. Like he has some that have like over 1 million views. So he was like, yeah, like, you know, and he was telling us about these. So I'm like, are these all real or like, how do you get away with like, for example, this where he's rubbing hot chilies in his hands and then he'll like
shake someone's hand
and then they rub their eyes and they freak out. And he's like, some of these are like real pranks, but some of them, like if it's going to cause harm, like we act it out. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, my nephew's like, you guys should do one with him. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. I'm like, Gizman, would you want to do one? She's like, yeah, I'm down. So then he was like, okay. So the whole time we were at the cafe, he's just like silently
thinking,
just thinking the whole time. And I'm like, are you just thinking of a prank? He's like, yeah. So then I think he had done this prank before, but basically he's like, oh my God, I have the perfect idea. He's like, who's the better actor between you and Aisha? So Gizman's already laughing and I'm like, stop laughing, be serious. And I was like, fine, I'll do it. Yeah. He's like, okay, cool. So then he came up with the concept of like, the two of us are going to be talking. He's going to come up from behind me and then switch out my coffee. And then I have to like overreact and be like, oh my God, who took my coffee? Yeah. I think we took like 3 takes. And then that's like
what we finally saw in
the final. We gotta
put it up here too.
We'll put it up here so you guys could see it. But it was actually so like funny to do. And then when he posted it, like the amount of like my own friends that are like, please tell me, like, is this real? And I'm like, do you think I'm that dramatic? Like, I know I'm dramatic, but like that dramatic? Come on.
Kind of obvious, guys. Come on now.
I thought it was obvious that I was acting.
Yeah.
But no, people believed it.
You know what? That's a testament to your acting then. I just know you so well that I knew. Okay.
You know what the funniest thing was though? So he uploaded it a few days later. We were in Addis at Mami's house. Yeah. And we were all having like dessert and coffee. Oh yeah. Your dad was there, Aisha, Yasin. Why is your dad literally in tears, hysterical, watching it? He's like, is this you guys? And I'm looking at him like, be for real.
Nah, he falls for that.
No, Amir, he was like crying. Yeah. He thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Because this is the same guy who used to like howl. He would be howling in the house. You would hear him from the basement. as he's watching Just for Laughs on TV,
right? This is the same thing.
It's the exact same idea, or
You're right.
same premise, right?
And I think the laugh track gets him too.
Yeah, it does. Did it have a laugh track too?
It does, yeah.
Why did I forget that part? Okay.
It had a laugh track, and he was like crying, hysterical.
Yeah, that's it.
And he's like, no, how did he get you guys? And I'm like, it's not real.
Oh, this is why the age of AI is going to be so devastating.
I know.
So devastating. You were like whatever. Okay.
But anyways, that's not already mentioned. We were on a TikTok prank thing. So that's funny.
Yeah, so shout out to everyone in Ethiopia who, added to us having a good time there. Mm-hmm. And inshallah, we get to go back soon and see everyone again because... Yeah, I definitely felt like, next time I can focus more on it. I don't know. Maybe I will make another Umrah trip. And now I just feel like it's an obvious thing to do because of how close it is. Because, guys, like the tickets from Ethiopia to Umrah or to Mecca are like $200 or something like that. They're hella cheap. So it's almost like a no-brainer to kind of go there. But next time we'll try and get more time. Inshallah,
yeah.
But speaking of going to Mecca, now we have to go to the part of the trip that you guys are all waiting to hear about. Mm-hmm. Because for me, it was the first time. For Sara, it was the second time within less than 365 days.
It was basically at the year mark.
Yeah. But it was our first time going to Umrah. Mm-hmm. Well, first, like we mentioned, is like we didn't get to see each other there because Sara ended up spending an extra week in Harar, which is why, or not Harar, but Ethiopia in general. Which is why there was that day where I didn't get to see them because we left early so we can go for Umrah. Mm-hmm. And so it was first me and Hanan alone. We flew out from Diredwa directly to
Jeddah.
Well, not directly to Jeddah. From Diredwa to Addis, then to Jeddah. This was at like 8 p.m. So we weren't going to land there till like 5 a.m. We got into Mecca, or Jeddah technically. And they say that like, I don't know if it's when you're just doing Umrah, but you're going to be tested because before we even got on the plane, or actually, no, sorry. When I was on the plane going from Addis to Jeddah, I had to change to my ihram. And when they say when you're in the state of ihram, you're supposed to be in a certain mind state, supposed to be calm, you're supposed to have a lot more patience. And that patience is definitely tested.
Oh, yeah.
Before, while you're in the state of ihram. So the moment we landed, you go for baggage check. Or actually, first, before we even got through baggage check, there was already a security check right off the plane, which was different. I don't remember ever seeing that. But essentially, you had to, when we got off the plane, did you guys have to do that?
I'm trying to remember. Before our bags?
Yeah, before you got your baggage. There was like, they had to check, they got thumbprints and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Right.
Yeah, so essentially you get off the plane and you're immediately going through some type of like security check where they check your visa, they take all your fingerprints, and that was, the first, not shock, but like we're like, okay, this is different. And we got to the baggage area, we're waiting there. My baggage pulls up pretty quickly. I just take it, and we're waiting. A lot of people are still waiting, and slowly people start falling away, and we're like, okay, what's going on? Our baggage, and I still see people from our plane, so I'm like, okay. Maybe not all of it is out yet. But after about like 30 or 40 minutes, like the workers started coming and taking them off and putting them to the side. And we're like, does that mean we're done? And when I looked at this screen, I don't know if it was on the screen, but we noticed another set of people started coming in from a different flight. And their stuff started coming out from the
you waited that
thing.
Long?
Yeah.
Damn.
And at that point, we kind of got the hint that like, okay, Hanan's baggage probably didn't make it.
Yeah.
So that was our first test. This is at 5 a.m. in the morning, right?
Yeah.
We're already exhausted because the last time we had slept was
24 hours.
24 hours prior, because we woke up in Harar and then we spent the whole day out there. Flew out. The plane ride's only like a couple hours, so you're not really sleeping on that anyways. And we had like a layover and all that stuff, so we didn't really sleep up until then. Maybe like 1 hour. I stayed awake the whole time. So we immediately make our way to the baggage guy.
Yeah.
And I guess this was like my first also experience with like customer service in Saudi.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are like things they don't tell you about you guys haven't warned me about this, but
I didn't know
customer
it was gonna
service.
happen to you.
I know, but like customer service in Saudi it's not going to be the most customer servicey.
You just gotta flash your passport. I hate to say it, you gotta flash your passport.
Maybe,
that
but
works a little bit.
does it? I guess so. But like it didn't work for us a lot of times.
Or if you find a black Arab, then they're like this with you.
Unfortunately, we didn't find any of those.
Oh,
but
dang.
the guy got out there and. I was the first person to get to him, but there was already a line of people from our own plane who also didn't get their baggage. So I give him the information and he starts he gets out of at the desk and he starts walking to like the baggage area. He starts checking stuff. And as he's walking back, other people are giving them their baggage information. And he starts like talking to the people who speak Arabic. He like tends to start serving them first, which was my first like kind of like red flag. And then as he's walking back, like I'm waiting on the side because I'm like, okay, I was first here. I gave him my stuff. He's probably gonna deal with our stuff first. And as I'm waiting, I noticed that another guy like just walks up, and he just starts serving that guy. I'm like, okay, I guess lines don't exist here. Like there's no such thing as like first come first serve out here. So I just wait until he starts serving that guy, and I see another dude walk up and he starts like trying to get in front of me. And at that point I'm like, okay, I guess it's like every man for himself. So I like got in front of that dude and I made sure that I was next. So we ended up getting our him to like write down most of our information. And he's like, okay, so like, what's your phone number? I'm like, I have a Canadian phone number. Is that good enough? And he's like, no, I need a Saudi number. I'm like, we're not from here.
Did you tell him WhatsApp?
What?
If you tell him WhatsApp, then they're fine.
No, we told them, but I think he still said we need a Saudi number or something like that. So I was like, I don't have one. What do we do? And he's like, go outside, get an eSIM.
You're joking.
No.
Amir, I wish you called me. I would have told you because my mom's
First off, there's no WhatsApp calling in Saudi. At all. WhatsApp calling is blocked.
But they can message in voice note. They can message in voice note. I think you had this experience, and I hate to say it, but because you're a man. Because when my mom lost her suitcase, I made my parents wait. I said, go over there. I want to look like a solo traveler. I got this. All you got to do is damsel in distress. And it worked. They literally hand delivered my mom's suitcase to our hotel.
Well,
I know.
Jumping ahead.
I know.
But like, so I was like, okay. And I think Hanan was with me too. And I can't remember like when the information was being given, if it was given directly to me. We were kind of next to each other, but he was talking to her and to me at the same time.
In English?
So, in broken English. So like, understanding him was very hard as well because his English was like, he would say something, we'd kind of misunderstand it. It was a whole situation.
Dang.
And when he told us that, we're like, if we go out, like there's security.
Yeah.
Will they let us back in? He's like, yeah, don't worry. They're going to let you back in.
Oh no.
They're going to let you back in. Don't worry. And at this point we were like, what do we do? Like we have no choice.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go out there and get an eSIM and then come back in. So we go through the security. We even tell the security people like, hey, there's a bunch of ladies there. And we're like, hey, can you, we're going to have to come back here. And they're like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. That kind of thing. We like threw on our baggage. We went outside. And immediately as we walk out, there's another shock. Like there's a lady standing there like, where's your e-visa? Show me your e-visa now.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what? I'm doing this whole thing. Like, I don't have time for this. And like, show me. And I like pulled out my phone real quick. They like barely looked at it like, okay, good. And I just kept walking. So I went to get an eSIM. There's like a whole line for that. Yeah. And we found out that like her sister had a SIM card. So we're like, oh, maybe I don't have to get one because I already paid for an eSIM.
Oh my God.
I paid for like the data one. Yeah. So I didn't have a phone number.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's get her phone number. But remember, it's 5 a.m. Like they may not even be awake. It was like an hour later. She replied back with her phone number. But I can't remember because there's so much going on. Remember, this is at 5 a.m. I don't know what's going on. I'm running on low sleep. So I can't remember if I already got my SIM card or if she sent her phone number before I got it. Either way, I ended up getting a SIM card for Saudi. It did help out anyways when I was there to just have one, be able to call someone because they didn't have WhatsApp calling there. And there's a whole ordeal where like we tried to go back through security, or at least Hanan tried to go back through security. Some dude who was on a power trip like started shouting and saying like, no, you're not allowed to come back through here. That's a whole thing in Saudi as well. So you know what? Like I'm saying, you're tested out there. mainly by the people. That's what I'm trying to say. Mainly by the people. It's unfortunate, but a lot of the people there are not the friendliest, at least in my opinion. And that was like a recurring thing a lot of the times, right? So just to kind of like jump ahead, we figured out as much as we could with the baggage situation. And as we were figuring this out, and we were trying to make our way out, we got an email from the hotel saying that our hotel room was canceled. Literally an hour before we were supposed to get there.
They can do that?
Because I guess it had been so late. We called, or at least we messaged them and let them know, hey, we're going to be late. But I guess whoever checks that email didn't check. And they canceled our reservation. So that added on to a whole thing. Like, we were being tested from left and right. And that was another thing. So I had to find a taxi to get to Mecca. Finding a taxi in itself was a whole ordeal.
You didn't do Uber?
Because I tried to use Uber.
Yeah.
When I first got to the baggage area, I thought we were going to be out within a minute. Yeah. So I was like, let me check my baggage. Or not let me check my baggage. Let me check Uber. It said it would be like 200 riyal, something like that. I was like, okay, for an hour drive, that's not too bad, right? So I didn't book it just yet because we found out about the baggage situation. Right. So we went through the whole baggage situation. This is like an hour and a half later. I'm like, okay, let me just call this Uber and let's get this over with. Let's go back to the hotel. Right. Her sister has a room that we can at least crash in until we can figure out the whole hotel situation. Tell me why it went from 200 riyal to 700 riyal.
How?
I have no idea. Uber out of nowhere started doing surge price. This is around Fajr time. I don't know if that had something to do with it, but it was 700 riyal to get to Mecca. So I'm like, I'm not paying 700 riyal just to get to Mecca right now when I could have gotten 200. So let me try and figure out how I can get 200 from the taxi drivers there, right? And finding a taxi driver is not hard out there because you will be harassed.
Yeah, they're
by
everywhere.
Every single man that you see, no matter who it is. If you make eye contact with someone out there, they look like a regular dude. They're wearing like a thobe and everything. The moment you make eye contact with them, be like, taxi, taxi. And if you walk out of the airport, there's hundreds of them standing there going, taxi, 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 taxi. And like to the point where it's overwhelming. And I was like, okay, let me first get some cash, right? And I saw that there was a cash exchange right next to the eSIM area and it was open 10 minutes prior, right? So I walk up to it, the dude's thing is closed. And I'm like,
he probably went to go pray.
That's what I thought, right? It said like closed for like 5-10 minutes, whatever, that kind of thing. But I saw the dude was still inside there. So I was like, oh, like, are you open? He's like, no. He's like, no, close. I was like, okay. I waited maybe 5-10 minutes. I was like, okay, let me wait till Fajr. I went to pray Fajr myself. Yeah. I came back. We're still waiting. This guy did not open again.
Oh my God.
It was closed.
Damn.
Like until we left that place, which is like an hour later, it was closed. So at that point, I was like, okay, I can only use card. Yeah. I don't have any cash. Or at least I have only American cash with me. So I go to, they have these green taxis out there, right? That take card. So I go to the booth where you can get a taxi, whatever. And another thing about the customer service out here is that to get these guys to get off their phone is impossible. You probably know this. Yeah. All the workers are, there's no such thing about like etiquette when you're working where you have to kind of look like, here it's like, you kind of have to look like you're busy. Like using your phone at work is a big taboo, right? Out there, they do not care. Yeah. People, even when we went to the baggage area, I never mentioned this, like both workers were just on their phone. We walked up there and just stood there. They didn't look up at all, didn't look at us until I said something. They were looking at their phones. Only one of them looked up and said, what do you need? Right? Like not in the most customers, whatever. So I went up to the dude. He was looking on his phone. I was like, I need a taxi. Barely looking up, he's like, go outside. Like there's taxis outside. I was like, okay. So I walked outside. There's three of those green taxis. From the moment I started walking towards those taxis to when I got there, all 3 taxis left.
Damn.
And I was like, okay, let me wait 10 minutes for another taxi to come. No taxi came.
Oh my God.
So at this point, I'm like, okay, so I can't use card either. So let me try and use a Genie app.
What?
Genie app. Sorry, Genie.
What's that?
It's like Uber, but like their version of it.
You mean Kareem?
No, there's a Genie. I didn't know about Kareem.
Oh, I don't even know what Genie is.
A Genie is another one of their apps.
Okay.
So I downloaded this Genie app. I put my card information into it. I had a SIM card at this point. So I put, you had to put a phone number. So I put a phone number, whatever. Yeah. And I order it. It was like 200 riyals. Like, perfect. Okay, finally I can get a ride. I order it. And another thing they don't tell you, this is just the airport, guys, okay?
Damn, I know. You haven't even made it to Mecca yet.
What time are we at? 1 hour. Okay, we're still good. So I call this Genie app, and I didn't know this, but for some reason, it's considered one airport, but one terminal is literally, guys, literally a 30-minute drive from the other one. The King Fahad Terminal 1 at Saudi is the international one, the one that you go to when you're leaving, is a 22 to 30-minute drive from the terminal we landed at, which was the northern terminal.
Well, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Oh, because they had that train in between.
Yeah, and they don't even have that train, I think. Like, I was looking, they just have a bus terminal or bus service, like a shuttle.
No, there's
that comes every 30 minutes.
There's a train.
I didn't know about this train.
Ah, damn.
But it wouldn't have mattered anyways because I was at the North Terminal. Yeah. So I selected on the app, North Terminal, pick me up from here. Tell me why. It gives me a driver who's at the Terminal 1. So the driver immediately calls me, speaking in Arabic. I'm like, sorry, English, speak English. He's like, no English. I'm like, okay, what are we gonna do? And then immediately he's like, okay, wait. And then he went and he found a dude who spoke English to translate for me. Yeah. And he's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm at North Terminal. He's like, I'm at this area. Yeah. He's like, this is far. It's like, how are we gonna figure this out? Blah blah blah, that kind of thing. Eventually, it just ended up to him being like, cancel the trip. So like, okay, I'll cancel the trip. I'll try and call another one. This time, I'll make sure it says North Terminal. So I called another one, did the exact same thing.
Really?
The other dude called. The guy called immediately when he saw where the ride was. I didn't even answer it. I ended the call, ended the trip, canceled. I didn't even care at that point.
Yeah.
And this is after it was, I think we got there at 5 o'clock. At this point, it's like 7:30, almost 8 o'clock.
Oh my God.
Right? Or like, it's been 2 hours or something like that.
You really were tested. Like, and the minute you entered it.
Mind you, I'm doing all of this in my ihram that keeps falling off my chest.
Oh, okay.
Not in the lower area, but on my chest. So like I'm walking around like a hijabi, just flipping this thing over my shoulder.
I know you were so bad.
I'm like walking. Sometimes I don't even care. I'm just walking around with it like hanging off my neck.
I'm dead.
And I'm like trying to. Also, when I went for praying for Fajr, I'm like trying to figure out how to pray with this thing on because like I didn't have like a safety pin or anything to hold it on, so it's like falling down. So finally, I was like, I think I like sat on a curb and I was like, what do I do at this point? The first dude who stood up behind me, he's like, taxi? I'm like, yeah, you know what? All I have is American money. He's like, it's okay. So I went, I was like, okay, just show me to your car. I didn't care about safety, whatever at this point. Like people say, oh, like taxi drivers can be a little, finicky depending. I've heard some horror stories, but I was like, I was tired, sick and tired of it at this point. Told Han, come on, get our stuff. Let's get into this random guy's car. We'll figure out how to pay him later. I was like, we'll go to a bank. I don't care. We'll find something to exchange. Just get us to Mecca. So I didn't know how long the drive was. I didn't know the drive was an hour and like a half or something, or an hour and 10 minutes. Yeah. And for some reason, none of the taxi drivers like to take the most optimal route because I put everything in my GPS just to make sure they're going the right way, right? And like my route said like an hour, 10 minutes, something like that. And he ended up taking a route that took like an hour and 20 plus minutes. I don't know why they do this. They all just tend to go the longer way. I don't know why. Maybe they know something that I don't. But we finally got to the hotel. We're exhausted. And he's like, I only had $100 American bill. I gave it to him and he's like, do you need change? Like I can give you change, blah, blah, blah. We can figure this out. I'm like, you know what? Keep it. It's yours. I don't care. It's less than what I would have paid on Uber anyways. So I just gave him $100 and we went into the hotel. And we like from that point we like crashed on her bed. This is when things started getting possible. But things started getting better after this, okay?
Yeah, okay, like tell us
we got to the hotel room.
Yeah.
Well, at least her sister's hotel room. We crashed for like I didn't even crash, maybe for like 10 minutes. I couldn't even sleep at this point.
Really?
Yeah, like 10 minutes. We're like, we got to figure out this. It was almost 8:30 at this point, which is when their customer service opens, which allows us to figure out how our hotel room situation. Alhamdulillah, like we got down there. We talked to the lady. She was finally found someone who was really nice. Maybe it's because it was a lady. Like usually all the issues I've been having with men, the ladies were really nice. So she figured it out for us. She's like, you know what? We're not even going to charge you for that night you missed, whatever.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, like, and because we used it on points, she's like, you'll even get your points back on that.
Nice.
And we only had one more night there. Thankfully, like, her sister had breakfast, so we were able to eat breakfast at the hotel too, even though we didn't have a night there anyways. And from then was just like figuring out, because our initial idea was to just sleep the whole day and wait until after Isha and then do our Umrah. But I think at this point we're like, you know what? We've been through a lot. Like, you know, we can maybe get a little bit of sleep, but let's just get this over with.
Yeah.
So midday, like at the hottest part of the day, like Dhuhr time, right after Dhuhr, we just like, let's do it. So yeah, we went to our hotel room, we got our room, put our stuff inside there, slept maybe for like an hour. I can't remember, maybe like a little bit. And we ended up getting up, going down for the Umrah, and just started the experience from there.
Okay, so how was it?
Oh yeah. So first off, like the shock of everything is like how grand everything is. You feel so tiny there. And then there's like the people there. But then you're also nervous because like a lot of time for me, I was nervous just trying to remember every step.
Yeah.
And trying to remember like all the sunnahs and like all the du'as that you want to make and all that. And this time we didn't have a guide like you guys did the first time, right? So we had to figure out a way to get to
it's like keep looking
Kaaba
down
without seeing it first. So to go back a little bit, we were walking up to the Kaaba and just seeing, or the Masjid al-Haram, and just seeing all there, like it's just everything's just grand. I don't know how to explain it. It's just grand. When you see the clock tower, it's a lot bigger than you think it is.
Yep.
Like walking, you see the gate, just walking from there to there, it's like a 20-minute walk sometimes, especially with all the people.
Yep.
Everything is just grand. There's a lot of people. It's very overwhelming at first. And you're like trying to remember everything while also keeping your eye to the floor, because you don't want to even catch a glimpse before you
for
see
context, if you've never done Umrah before. The reason why he's saying that is because the first time you see the Kaaba, the du'as that you make during that time are accepted. So that's why he was saying like we're trying to keep our eyes down, is because when you first see the Kaaba, like it's said to like hold your gaze on the Kaaba and make your du'a then, because the du'as that you make when you first see it, it gets accepted. Exactly.
So that was the hardest part too, like walking up to it, because you're trying to see everything too and like take it in.
Did you feel nervous?
Oh yeah, I was definitely nervous, right?
There's a
lot of emotions.
Did you you should check your watch.
Why?
You should check your heart rate during that time that you did Umrah.
Speaking of the watch, I forgot my charger, so it died like halfway through the trip.
Damn. I know. So you're just walking around with a dead watch?
Yeah. I didn't even have my watch on at that point. I just took off everything.
Fair.
That was the hardest part, or the most nerve-wracking part, is walking down, because like you have to go down a set of escalators. We had taken off our slippers at this point.
Oh, you did it barefoot?
Yeah, I did it barefoot. I did a lot of this barefoot actually. So we finally got down the escalators, and then you know you're there because you start hearing like the hustle and bustle of people, and like a lot of people making zikr and stuff like that. So that's when you look up, and like that's when like the emotions really come.
Yeah.
And you're like staring, and you're like trying not to look away.
That's your instinct, right?
Have the initial instinct is to look away immediately. Right?
Yes, I know exactly.
Yeah, that was a big hard thing to do. And of course you start like welling up with tears and all that. You get emotions.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So we like stood there for a minute to like take it in, make the du'as that we wanted to. Granted, like after making the first couple du'as, like I don't know why I did look away for a second, but it was just to like look at Hanan and see like what her reaction was. And then I looked back. But yeah, we stood there for a minute, just took it in. Like it was a lot of emotions. And then that's when like, not the nerves, but like that's when it was like, okay, now I got to lock in and like get this thing right. Because the thing that was really on our minds, or my mind specifically the whole time, was like just getting the steps right.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, like her mom actually, Hanan's mom, gave me a little like necklace thing, or like a lanyard that has all the steps on it. It has different pages. It also has all the dua that we can make while we're doing that. So that definitely helped, right?
That's good.
So like it was versus using my phone. Like I know I had in my ihram, I had like a belt that came with it, and I was able to stick my phone in there. But like reaching for the phone, like your ihram kind of like comes up, and it's kind of awkward, right?
Yeah.
So that was definitely a big thing. And actually, one thing I should mention, like, is kind of a tip in a way, is try and like bring some, if you're especially for a man, try and bring like some type of satchel or like bag.
Yeah,
I bought one halfway through the trip, but
didn't I tell you?
maybe you did.
I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, do you need one? And then you said
maybe. Because I have always been a very like anti-satchel man.
I know you are an anti-bag man.
Bag man,
general.
Yeah. But for traveling specifically, I would suggest always carrying a satchel, because it not only helps.
I can just see it. You probably told him this too, didn't you?
But you know what I mean, okay?
Yeah.
But like for traveling specifically, it definitely helps, not only for the Umrah, but like in general, because after I ended up buying one, I can't remember if it was in Medina or in Mecca, but I ended up buying one later, and I have like this giant battery that I carry around with me, and I was always carrying in my pockets and stuff. Just put it right in the bag.
So
I had the camera, because there was so much stuff that I was carrying with me. I was like, oh, this makes so much sense, right?
Right.
But when you're traveling, it definitely makes a lot of sense, and it definitely helps. But yeah, I just started making my tawaf inside there. And you know, you're saying you're passing the stone, you're saying your Bismillah and everything. And at that point, I was kind of like, because I actually did Umrah twice, right? The first time I felt like I wasn't as into it because I was trying to remember all the steps.
Yeah.
And also because it was midday, like it was very busy too, right?
Was it hot?
It was hot. And actually, you know what? Because it was busy, but my second Umrah, I'll tell you when I did that one, that ironically seemed a little bit more busy. But yeah, I started doing the tawaf, walking around, like all the things you guys mentioned. You know, you had the Turkish.
I was going to say, did you get bodied?
Actually, one thing that I didn't realize would be a positive is that I'm not a tall guy, okay? But one thing to keep in mind is that the rest of the world, like we have all this like ideas in the Western world, like 6 feet being tall and all that thing. But we forget that the rest of the world, their average height is around like 5'7", 5'6", something like that,
small.
right? They're small. So for once, I actually felt pretty good because I was one of the tallest people there. Like I'm sure there were a couple like other tall guys you can see around.
Yeah.
But I was tall enough to where I could see the top of everyone's head. So I could be more strategic on like where I walked. I could go to I could go to pockets where it was a little bit more open, and that allowed me to kind of do the tawaf at a pretty good pace. Even at one point, because I could see like what was opening up, I was able to even go to Maqam Ibrahim like right up to it and like touch it and look at it and see it and all that stuff. I even tried to take a photo, but the moment I was trying to take my photo, someone ripped off my top of my ihram. That was all.
Why?
Because like people are like pulling and trying to get to it, right? So like I guess someone like got a hang of it and like started pulling it. So I was like, I walked out of there just like with it around my neck, trying to like throw it back on, right? And you're trying to get it under your shoulder and everything. But yeah, I was like trying to make all the du'as that I could remember, and I was trying to look at my phone to like remember all the things I wanted to say. And the tawaf like went by pretty quickly because I was just so into remembering all those things. And another tip, I have a vlog where I'm gonna make like mention a lot of the tips or things I've learned. But for Maqam Ibrahim, like if you want to pray behind it, because after you do the 7 circulations, you're supposed to pray behind it.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people trying to pray within the area that people are trying to do the tawaf.
Listen,
I know
that like. Be realistic. There are hundreds of thousands of people also making tawaf.
Yeah.
Like you can go, you know where they have the white fences sectioned off?
Yeah.
We just prayed there.
Exactly. So what I didn't know is that, well, actually, I got lucky because when I finished it, I found a spot right behind the Maqam Ibrahim within the tawaf area.
Oh.
That I guess like, because there were some people already praying there, it kind of created a barrier. So I was able to pray pretty fine. Like I didn't have any issues. It was right on the floor there, right behind it. But for my second Umrah, I found out that you can just go right behind the gates. It's a clear open area. Super, like there's carpets there, there's people chilling, so I was able to just pray right there. It was a lot more relaxed. But that was, at least alhamdulillah, I was able to find a good spot there. And then after that was going to the sa'i, finding my way through the sa'i, and that was like,
did you find it harder than doing tawaf?
It was because I'm gonna mention this in the vlog too, but you warned me about this, and I listened to the audio tapes. You know, Imaj, our cousin, also warned us about this. But you know, when you're not wearing underwear,
He
you
told
tend to,
you.
yeah,
You forgot, huh?
You forget that you tend to chafe. There's a reason there's a lot of holes in my underwear. Okay, and like. Because I did it midday, one positive was that I did it midday, right?
Yeah.
So I was sweating a lot.
Okay,
so because I was sweating, it added a lot
moisture.
of natural lubrication to the area.
Okay.
So I didn't really feel it during the tawaf at all. But the moment I made it to the side and I started making the walk between Safa and Marwa, that's when it started coming in. Yeah, and like Hana was there with me, and like. There's one point I was walking I was walking like a Texas Ranger, like with my feet walking.
Dang. And then you did the running part too?
Yeah, I did the running part too. But that was really nice. And actually, while we were doing that, like I believe it was Asr came in. I think Asr came in while we were doing that, so I was able to find a spot, thankfully, there. But it was in the wall, so I couldn't see the Kaaba at the time. And yeah, I did the sa'i, or the walk between Safa and Marwa, did the running and everything. At this point, like I was still also in my head, kind of like trying to just remember the steps. It was more relaxing though, for sure, because between walking, like you're making dhikr and stuff, but you're not being pushed around as much, right?
You didn't make the same mistake I did.
What?
The first time I did Umrah with my parents. Yeah, we thought like, okay, we're gonna do a cheat code by going through the walkway where the wheelchairs are. Yeah. But my ankles are busted up.
You're able to go through there?
Yeah, they tried to seclude it, but like we just we were trying to get closer to the original Safa and Marwa like borders. Yeah. Which is where that is. Yeah. And so when we were walking through that, like I was trying to be mindful of the wheelchair, so I was going off to the side. But they don't care. They'll just bust up your ankles and literally try to run you over. So.
And I didn't realize that like when you're doing Safa and Marwa, you're actually climbing at the end. Like because it's flat. I thought it was flat the whole time.
Yeah, there's an incline. You're right.
Yeah, but there's an incline because technically you're going to the top of the mountain, right?
Yeah.
So that was interesting too. And then when you get to the top, like you're trying to make there's certain du'as that you can make there. So we were doing all that together at that point, and like just going through the motions and kind of getting it all done. And like it almost felt like not unceremonious, but like when we were done, it was like, wait, okay, so we just finished. Like it felt like it just ended. Like of course you have to cut your hair. Yeah. But the first Umrah we did was definitely because we were just going through the steps. It felt very like, oh, okay, we're done. It's like, okay, this is good. Like of course it felt good that we were done our Umrah and we didn't have to worry about like being okay. We still have to worry about being in state of Ihram. Yeah. But like at least all the hard stuff was done. Yeah. At this point you just had to like I opted to go to the hotel room and just cut my hair. But that was all that was left. Yeah. So my first experience was definitely a lot more like less spiritual, more like checklist. The beginning was more spiritual, like seeing the Kaaba for the first time and doing all that. That was a lot more spiritual, but the rest of it was like more like just okay. Let's make sure we do this right. Get all the steps in right. So before we actually went to cut my hair, sorry, I know we're going long here, but before we went to cut my hair. You know what the first stop had to be? What? The bathroom? I had to go to Timmy's. No.
Oh, is that the photo that she sent us? Yes. So, Timmy's of all places. You didn't want to go to like Barnes or Brew 92 or...
What? Barnes? Brew 92? I don't know what
you haven't heard of Juju Barnes?
No.
It's actually called Barnes and it's written in Arabic letters, but everyone thought that the ba alif was like a J and OU. So they call it Juju Barnes, but it's actually just called Barnes.
Oh, I didn't know about those places.
What? So you only got coffee at Tim Hortons?
Yeah.
You're so basically. Canadian.
We didn't really get coffee much.
Oh.
Because like we weren't there for long and like we just needed to sleep at that point. But I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep. There's no way I'm not gonna fall asleep. Let me go to Timmy's and like try one of the drinks because it looks all fancy. It looks all nice. So I was like, you know what? Let me try something different. I don't care about calories. So let me get a French vanilla, right?
Wow. Yeah. Okay. How was it?
So I got a French vanilla. Trash. It was horrible.
Really?
It was literally it had way too much sugar inside of it.
Oh yeah, like it did not anyone could have told you that.
I guess people really love their sugar out there.
Yeah, it's super sweet.
It was way too sweet. So that was definitely a big bummer. Being like, okay, you know what? I'm good with my Canadian version of Tim Hortons.
Life
hack. It's all
hack.
fancy, whatever, but it's whatever.
The life hack is dark roast. Exactly.
I know. But I didn't think that over here would be like, I thought I was going to taste French vanilla like Timmy's,
right.
but maybe even better.
No.
But yeah, it was, and then after that, of course, we ended up making our way to the hotel room.
Did you get one that was close to the haram?
Yeah, it was like actually it's about a 20-minute walk technically.
Okay.
But like they have a shuttle that picks you up like halfway there, so it can make that 20 minutes to maybe like a 10-15 minutes max.
Okay.
So that definitely helped. But yeah, I got to the hotel. I brought my own clippers because I did not trust the barbers out there. I know they have them right outside the side. Like once you get out, they have like a whole booth where you can get your hair cut. But I was like, do they change the razors every time? Like, I don't know, like if they go skin bait, are they gonna cut me? So I was scared about all those things. So I brought my own razor and I just ended up cutting my own hair in the hotel room. And yeah, that was the end of my Umrah. And immediately, I can't remember, did we immediately go to sleep? I can't even remember what happened after that. I think we just went to sleep.
We knocked out around Asr.
Yeah, so right after that, right after cutting the hair, we just knocked out. And we called it at that point. We're like,
we'll wake up when we wake up.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think at that point, I had it even already, when I finished my first Umrah, I made the intention to do another Umrah while I was still there. And I even talked to her sister. I was like, yo, after I get my sleep, I'm going again. I don't care, like, even if it's just like a few hours later. So I was like, let's go at 1 a.m., you know, optimal time, right? I was like, I'll pray my prayers and everything. I'll go to sleep, wake up at 1 a.m. So I hit my head on the pillow. I was kind of disoriented because at some point Hanan had like stepped out and I didn't even know. So when I woke up, I was like, I'm alone in this room. Where is everybody? And I look at my phone. Tell me why. It's like 2:30 a.m.
Damn.
And I see a bunch of missed messages from her sister being like, hey, I'm waiting downstairs. Because when you get out of the state of Ihram, one way to get back into the state of Ihram is that you end up driving. Well, the closest one, or the one that's used the most, is going to Masjid Aisha. Yeah. Praying 2 rak'ah there, making your intention again, and then, I don't even know if you have to pray 2 rak'ahs there, do you?
No, the sunnah is just when you enter a masjid. But
yeah.
It's and the miqat point, the closest.
Yeah, exactly. For people within Mecca. So I missed all her messages. So she just ended up going herself. And I felt so bad. I was like, it's 2:30. Like, I was trying to do the math in my head. Because they say typically if you go like within midnight to 1 o'clock, like that's the less amount of people are there. I was like, 2:30. If I leave right now, maybe at best I'll make it back at 3:30, and like maybe Fajr. Like, will I be able to finish it before Fajr? That was my biggest, not hurdle, but that was the thing I was worried about the most. Is that like Fajr would come in and then I would get delayed and everything would be messed up. So, but alhamdulillah, like I went downstairs, I found the first taxi. He took me there, and like you mentioned, I think you mentioned this to me personally, but they took me there and he waited for me. I did my 2 rak'ah, I made my intention, came back in. He drove me all the way back to the masjid. Thankfully, he didn't look too busy outside at least. And then I went right into the masjid. I saw the Kaaba, made my dua again, because every time you see the Kaaba for the first time, they say that you can make your dua and your dua will be accepted. So I tried doing that. And then I looked at the people inside there, and somehow it looked more full than the first time I was there. So, but I was like, you know what? I'm already here. F it. I'm not F it.
Like, I get what you mean.
Yeah. But at this point, I was also by myself this time. I felt like I wasn't taking it slower, but I felt less in my head this time because I didn't have the nerves of doing it for the first time. Yeah. Like, because the first time you just want to get it right. You're like, this is your first Umrah. This is my second Umrah, my second trip. I'm like, you know what? Let me take it easy this time.
Right.
Ironically, I know this might sound bad. I didn't make as many dua. I made more intentional dua this time because I didn't have, like, I had a list that I made already earlier. But this time I was like, okay, let me just like repeat some things and make more dhikr this time.
Yeah.
So I felt more spiritually connected the second time I did my Umrah. Like, I did the tawaf. I didn't go for the Kaaba. I know people say for touching. I didn't go for it. I didn't even have to drive for it that time.
You can't when you're in the state of Ihram anyways.
Oh, yeah, because of the perfume, right? Yeah. So I didn't, thankfully I didn't even, because someone mentioned that after the fact.
Yeah.
But I forgot about it. So I might have, maybe that was Allah, like, you protecting me.
Yeah.
Right? Because I forgot about the fact that they put that on there.
Yeah.
But something in me told me, you know what, you don't need to touch the Kaaba. So maybe that's what it was. And I made my tawaf. This time, actually, even though it was more people, I made it a lot quicker than I did before. I found out that you can go behind the barriers this time to pray the 2 rak'ahs behind Masjid Ibrahim. Or not Masjid Ibrahim. Sorry. Maqam Ibrahim. Yeah. So I went behind there. And then I also found out that you can go through the second entrance to the Sa'i, which it takes you to Safa first, where the mountains open first. But like it gets you the first level faster. So I did that. I just felt more relaxed the second time I was doing it.
Yeah.
And alhamdulillah, like I finished before Fajr.
Nice.
And as I was walking out of the masjid, the adhan came on. So I was like, okay, let me just sit right here. Yeah. And I sat there, I prayed some sunnah, I prayed Fajr, and then I walked back in. And like at that, I felt more spiritually connected for my second Umrah for sure.
Nice.
So that was my Makkah journey.
Okay.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, sorry.
Yeah.
Immediately after that, so this was we had plans to do stuff throughout the day. And I already had slept. So I was like, I'm not going to go back to sleep. So they're like, okay, let's go to the Cave of Hira at like 6:30 in the morning. We got it there. We were like, you know, kind of going a little bit slower. Somehow the plans got a little bit delayed and we made it there around like 7:30. So remind you, I just did a whole Umrah, right?
Yeah.
And when we said we were going to the Cave of Hira, I was like, okay, we'll go there for like 30 minutes. We'll see what it is. And then we'll come back.
Joke's on you. You thought 30 minutes.
We're like, we'll have breakfast. We'll chill. We'll do all this stuff, right? We'll check out more of Mecca and the area surrounding it. Tell me why when we got to the Cave of Hira, or we got to the area where it's supposed to be, we see a giant mountain in front of us.
Yeah, Jabal
and
Nur.
people walking up it.
Yes.
And mind you, this whole time when I was thinking like Cave of Hira, I'm like, oh, this would be like a small hill. Like, you know, you'll just see it there and it'll be perfectly fine. You'll get to go and see it and you'll come back, right? So I had already walked like 22,000 steps and we're like, you know what? Whatever. We're already here. We already drove all the way out here. Let's just go up this mountain. And thankfully it was still the morning, so the sun wasn't fully up, but it was getting there. So we started walking. It was blazingly hot, even when the sun wasn't fully up. And we started making our way up. It was like grueling. We were sweating. I was still wearing my sandals, and I had to take off my ihram at this point, but I was wearing like just a regular thobe. I wasn't wearing like stuff for climbing. I was sweating through that. We finally made it to the top. We're like, okay, at least we can see the Cave of Hira. And we can like go and, you know, maybe make dua there or pray. People usually pray there, that kind of thing, or make some sunnah prayer. I didn't know this, but this is a very popular location.
Obviously. What were you thinking?
And so like when you get to the top, you don't see the cave right away because you kind of have to like go over the crest of the mountain. And there's a little bit you go down and then there's the cave, right? Tell me why the moment we go over that curve and we look down to where the cave is, because you kind of get a glimpse of it, there are literally hundreds of men like cramming to get into this cave.
Yeah.
Right? And at that point, we're like, oh, no. I guess we're just going to see it from here. So we literally just stood there as we watched all these men literally some of them climbing on top of the rocks just to get in there.
If you, sorry, I'm giving them context again. The Cave of Hira specifically is in the mountain Jabal Nur.
Yeah.
It's where the Prophet first received revelation.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why a lot of Muslims try to go there to seek the barakah of like where he was located.
Because that's where it started for all of us, essentially, right? So at least from Muhammad's, the peace be upon him, his era.
Prophecy.
So, you know, it was nice to see. It was funny because like there was all those people trying to get in. And there's one dude who finally made it to the front. And instead of going in, he immediately just started praying like sunnah. And like there are people like pushing him, but you could see him like tensing like as he's doing that and like trying to pray. And eventually someone catches on to that and they like stop the people from pushing and allow him to do his prayer. But there are people like climbing on top of like the rocks that are next to it. And they're standing on maybe a platform not as big as this chair and praying 2 rakat, like facing the Mecca or the Qibla or the Kaaba, and praying on a rock that's like no bigger than this chair.
Scary.
But that was an experience in itself. And it was still fun going up there. Of course, you know, I hit like I still probably I think I hit like 40,000 steps that day.
Wow.
Yeah. We made our way down. We met a few cats. Cats are a big thing in Mecca for sure. Like we saw all the cats there. We were feeding some of them water. And there's actually people around Masjid al-Haram who leave food out for the cats. So we saw that.
Yeah.
So that was cute. But that was our Mecca journey. Like after we made it back, we went to the clock tower building. We got some food from there. Another big thing is that like you're gonna walk a lot, like just to get from our hotel into the clock tower. And when you're walking in clock tower, it is the most confusing building to walk through. To find the like, it's almost like a scavenger hunt just to find the food court area.
It's like the fourth.
Yeah,
level
you have to
or
get
whatever.
onto the fourth floor. None of the elevators work apparently. Like
It just takes forever, and people don't know the concept of lines, and
yeah,
just take the escalator.
yeah. So we ended up but the escalators aren't all in the same
Yeah,
area.
they're like around.
Yeah, they're not in the central area.
Yeah,
like you have to you go up one escalator, and to get up to another one, you have to go to another area and find that.
Yeah.
The only reason that we found it faster the second time is because I went myself at one point. At least Hanan and I went ourselves to go to Tim Hortons, which was in the same area, and we knew kind of the way to get there. But if we didn't do that initially, like, I don't think her mom and her akhasa and her sister would have, like, gone with us because it took us a good, like, hour to get there.
Oh, my God.
And then we finally got our food. And as we were making our way out, Dhuhr comes in.
And everything shuts down.
Yeah, everything shuts down to the point where we're trying to walk out of the building.
Yeah.
But at that point, the lines have already formed.
Yeah,
So you're not able to go anywhere. You're just stuck there.
That happened to me once.
Yeah, so
you just prayed there, right?
Literally, I, like, pulled off to the side. I started praying. They went on the other side. They started praying on the women's side because like next to it, they have a barrier in between, but it's like right next. And funny enough, like when I was praying, I was like next to the entrance to a store, and I saw the workers of the store also just like put down mats right next to us, like but from inside, and start praying as well. So that was like a cool experience in itself. And something that actually added to that experience was I could see from where I was sitting in front of the Umrah gate.
Okay.
Of course, it was right at the entrance because the entrance or the exit, to the clock tower building is right in front of the Umrah gate.
Yeah.
And the Umrah gate has a direct line view to the Kaaba.
Yeah.
So from where I was praying, I could see the Kaaba.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so that was cool as well, was being able to see it as I was praying. So that was also a good experience in itself. But
did you notice that the tiles on the floor in the major Haram area are all directed towards the Kaaba?
That was also a cool thing, like seeing how you literally just have to look at the tiles. Somehow some people tend to get it wrong. I don't know how. I've been looking at you'll be doing like, I was like walking through like this is mainly not in the Tawaf area, but in the Safa Marwa, like Isai area. And I'm like, boy, like you looking the wrong way.
It is confusing a little bit.
Yeah.
But they have signs that say like Qibla is actually this way.
Yeah.
So if you just look for that, it tells you.
Yeah, but yeah, somehow I don't know. Well, like, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But getting from there, because we had to get to the hotel, get our bags, and then get onto a taxi to get to the train station, right? But of course, it's right after Dhuhr prayer.
Yeah.
Millions of people have just prayed,
Yep.
and millions of people are trying to go in different directions.
Yep.
So we end up like losing her mom.
Oh my God.
And at that point, we're like, you know what? We're all going to the same place. Let's hope she made the same decision.
Yeah.
We start making our way there. You're like being pushed this direction, that direction, because we're trying to get out of the building. People are trying to get in. We're trying to walk towards our hotel while people are trying to walk in towards the Umrah area. That was a whole thing. Alhamdulillah, we made it. We had plenty of time, so we weren't rushing, but we had time to get there. And yeah, that was our Mecca experience. My throat is dry from saying all of that.
What a journey.
It was a lot. It was a journey.
I don't even know if I want to like follow up with mine or just save it for
I'm going to save
part
Medina
2.
for another day.
We'll save that for part 2. Like I did the same last time.
Yeah.
It's way too much to recap in one episode.
Oh yeah. So you know what, guys?
I'll tell my journey plus the Medina stuff.
Yeah.
Next episode. So make sure you guys come back to hear that.
Make sure you come back, guys. We're gonna make this a trilogy.
Yeah, it actually might have to be.
It might have to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
From how much happened.
But hey,
on this trip.
We were gone for a month. Here's an almost 2-hour episode. You're welcome.
Exactly. Sorry, I took up a lot of your time there.
No,
Sarah,
it's okay.
There's probably a lot I'm leaving out that I'm forgetting.
We'll bring it up next week.
Well, yeah, we'll bring it up next week because it's an experience, and hopefully, like, from mentioning all of this, like, it'll help in your experience going there in the future. I'll try and remember more tips. Like right now, just to end off the episode, I'll think of like the main tips that I had for men. We were talking about like the rubbing and everything. bring Vaseline or like baby powder. That definitely helps.
Well, baby powder scented.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, baby powder has a scent.
Does it?
Unless it's like some kind of unscented powder, but Vaseline is probably your best bet.
Vaseline's your best bet. Throw that on there. It'll definitely help with the rubbing. This is all from a man's perspective, okay? Oh, shoot. One thing also actually that really helped was getting a Saudi eSIM. So instead of...
Saudi eSIM. Yeah.
So instead of like... Yeah, Saudi phone number definitely helped. So like instead of getting a one of those online eSIMs that only give you data, it's better just to get a physical or what do they call it? Yeah, an eSIM itself.
SIM card,
a physical SIM card or an
eSIM,
eSIM because it gives you a Saudi number, and a lot of people use that here. So that was definitely a benefit. And if you're in this, if actually one thing to mention like that I would probably do in the future is what? Oh yeah, WhatsApp calling is not a thing in Saudi.
I didn't include this in the voice note. The life hack is just download a VPN app. That's how I did it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I thought I told you that.
I listened to the whole thing. I can't remember that.
Oh, no, I thought I mentioned that one too.
Oh, okay, maybe I forgot. I probably
because
forgot.
I noticed that like too, and then I downloaded just this random VPN app, and then I was able to make calls.
Oh, okay. Well. Yeah. That's
download
a VPN. That's another tip. Download
VPN.
Don't do what I did and just try and do a raw dogging with your data.
I think like Emo or one of those random apps that our parents use. One of those work.
Okay, I'll try that. What's another thing? If you're gonna go to the Cave Hira, bring hiking shoes.
Yeah.
And there's another thing. Oh yeah, for the ihram, I was gonna mention that if you're a man, get an extra long, at least top for your ihram, because like mine was just long enough to where I can throw it over my shoulder and there's only a little bit of fabric. But if you have a longer one, it'll be easier to create more leverage on the other side so it doesn't keep slipping off. Because for me, it kept slipping off. I kept playing with it. Or at least one thing is wear your ihram, at least test it out before you go on your trip and try and like find the most optimal way to wear it. Watch as many videos as you can on the different techniques for how to wear it. Because for me, I kind of had those, but I never tried the ihram until I got there.
Oh.
Yeah, I literally took it out of the packaging on the plane.
That's you. Why?
I don't know.
You had all that time in Ethiopia. You could have just tried it on one day.
I don't know. That's something I overlooked, and I definitely paid for it on the trip. So yeah, that was a big thing. And I'm sure there's more tips that I can think of, but we'll keep those for next week because this is a long episode and there's a lot more to say. But Sara, you have anything else to say?
I'll save it for next week.
Okay. Well, sorry again for not being here for a month, but it was for a good reason. Hopefully you guys accept that. But if not, deal with it.
Why did you do that? While we're still here, don't forget to subscribe because you know what? We understand we've been gone for a month and I haven't even checked our channel to see what we're at subscriber wise, but we would still love to hit 10,000. We want to grow this channel. We're going to put on a lot more effort in 2026.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in future episodes, but we love you guys. Thanks for sticking around. And those that have DM'd us to be like, where the F have you guys been? Now you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week. Bye.